What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Open Mat. Today I want to talk about goats. Goats. If you are any type of person who watches any type of sports, you know the GOAT debate in sports is probably the hottest topic in sports. Who's the GOAT? Who's the GOAT of basketball? Michael Jordan. Who's the GOAT of this? Maybe it's LeBron James. Who's your GOAT for football? Etc., etc., etc. Well, when it comes to jiu-jitsu, a lot of people throw around names. And one of the names people throw around is Gordon Ryan. And they throw Gordon Ryan as being the GOAT no-gi guy. And he does have the accolades to back that up. There's no doubt about that. He's won. He's been dominant. It's been a small window compared to a lot of people who've been in the jiu-jitsu game for a long time, but a dominant window with huge victories over some main big names in the space, GOAT level names in the space. So you can't take that away from him at all. But his actions are not GOAT like. And this is the same thing that happens to LeBron James. LeBron James has the accolades. Now, he's not 6 for 6 with 6. He doesn't have the main accolades to catch Jordan, in my opinion, but he has longevity. He's a genetic freak. He's all-time leading scorer. All these stats. He's breaking all these milestones. He's played longer. He started when he was 18. He was dominant from day one for the most part, right? Never been done before. Revolutionized the game. So if you're going to put that as like why he's the GOAT, that's your argument. But why his actions aren't GOAT-like, much like Gordon Ryan's actions are not GOAT-like. Goats don't talk. Goats don't say, but look at me. Goats don't, whenever there's a gi tournament or a gi competition going on, a major IBJJF tournament, post on his platform and saying, look at all this, but remember when I did this, or remember when I did that. Like he can't stay quiet while other things are getting off. Sorry. And maybe that's because he's, he feels like there's more in the tank and he can't give it because of his health. That could be a possibility. There's no doubt about that. That could really be a possibility. Maybe, he feels like he has more to give. But it comes off as petty. You never heard Jordan say, I was the GOAT. His peers say he's the GOAT. But Gordon won't even let people have flowers. If Nicky Rod wins $1 million, Gordon's talking. If Nicky Rod posts a picture in his truck with his watch, Gordon's posting a picture of his. It's petty. It's immature. And that, in my opinion, is not what GOATs do. I've never heard Jerry Rice say, I'm the greatest of all time. Because Jesus in cleats didn't need anybody to tell him he was the greatest of all time. He knew he was the greatest receiver of all time. You never even hear people say Tom Brady. I've never heard Tom Brady say, I've heard people say Tom Brady's the GOAT. I've never, and that, I mean, with the asterisks of cheating gate and deflate gate, whatever, right? But you've never heard Tom Brady say, I'm the GOAT. People say it. Let your peers do the talking. And I think if Gordon would just chill, if Gordon disappeared and just focused on teaching in schools, people would still give him the respect he deserves. A lot of jiu-jitsu, Roger Gracie does not talk about how great he is. People will tell you how great Roger Gracie is. Buchecha does not go and talk about all his world championships. People will tell you and remind you of the greatness that is Marcus Almeida Buchecha. Why does Gordon feel like he has to remind everybody of what he's done? Because what he's done, in my opinion, is not line up with being the GOAT in the sport. And deep down, he knows it because he knows he could do more. He knows he can win more. And maybe his health is stopping him from doing that. He knows he has more to give the sport. He just can't give it. And I think that's eating him up inside. You just don't see it in other sports. You just don't. Period. You don't see people. You just don't. So I think within the next 5-10 years, there's a reason why Gordon's doing the talking, because someone will come along and someone will be as equally dominant in no-gi as Gordon Ryan has been the last decade or less than a decade, probably, right? Maybe a good 5-year run. Someone will come along and someone will start doing what Gordon Ryan does. Is he great? Yes. Is he the greatest right now? Yes. But in other sports, there's been blips of being the greatest in the moment but not being the greatest of all time. There was a time when Randy Moss was the greatest receiver in the league, but he's not Jerry Rice. He's not the GOAT. He didn't do it on the biggest scale. There's times when Kobe Bryant was the best basketball player in the league, but he's not in anybody's GOAT conversation. You can be the best in your era and the best in your time, but that doesn't mean you're the GOAT. And the reason is because the stats, the longevity, and real GOATs don't say they're GOATs. My name is Matt, one half of the BJJ Balance podcast. This has been Open Matt with me. Hit that like button if you like this video. Share it with a friend. Share it with your sister. Share it with your mom. She doesn't even like jiu-jitsu, but just spam her with it. We appreciate you guys. Sold out all the merch. BJJBalance.com. We're working on a new rash. We're working on a hoodie. We're working on a bunch of cool stuff at BJJBalance.com. Go there for all the information that you need. It's been a fun one. I'll catch you guys next week. Have a good one. Stay safe and choke somebody. Os.